Hello everyone, Wyland here, and welcome to another episode of Wyland's World. Today we're going to look at the best base locations. We're going to go over what I've seen so far on the Scorched Earth map, in my opinion, as far as the best base locations. My opinion is going to be based off of pretty much the looks of the area, the resources that are around it, especially water, and we're also going to look at as far as the defensive value goes for these locations. So let's go ahead and start that now. So our first base location is going to be at 60.6, 52.5. This location is going to be on the edge of a small mountain. Um, as you can see right here, I have my small starter base here. This is not number one on my list for sure, but I mean, as far as what I've seen, this place is pretty good because it's super flat. You have lots of different variations you can use here because you have a kind of a ramp that goes up right here, a natural ramp to go down to this level. You have another level right here, and this pathway goes all the way around to this other side. You have a natural defense on this side because you cannot get up to the top over here. As far as defense goes, for dinosaurs, that is, I've seen raptors, and that's about it that's coming over here. Only a few raptors have came into this area. Nothing major, nothing big. There's no large carnivores around here. Your biggest threat is going to be raptors, and that's pretty much it in this spot. But you have lots of area to build stuff in, lots of flat area to build in, and it also has a water well access right over here. So you got your water well here. And I mean, the whole area is just really flat. You can actually block this area in with gates going from each edge of the mountain. And you can have yourself a nice base right here. A nice flat area for a big dinosaur pen. Now, this is a pretty good spot. I mean, I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for a good view and a decent flat area to store your dinos in. Okay, our next spot on the list is going to be 56.4, 57.1. This area has lots of potential. I mean, it's really cool the way it's set up. First off, you have this ridge right here that's flat. So you got perfectly flat ridge right here that goes over here to this flat ridge. You can put bridges between there, you know, buildings, whatever you want to put here. You have this mountain back here that is really extremely tall. Perfect spot for a mountain because this can act as your back gate, so nothing can get through this wall. And if you wanted to place anything all the way up at the top, you have flat areas at the top. You got one here, I mean, it's still flat, but it's a smaller area. You got one here, and it goes all the way down in steps, as you can see, down to another flat area. I mean, there's lots of potential right here, and this is not even all of this. You got another flat area here. I mean, you can make something amazing right here. You go down here. There's some more flat areas right here, and then the main part of the base where you probably put some of your dinosaurs at would be right here. You have natural walls here, and then on the back side as well. So you have pretty well defended already without even putting any gates up. If you go down this way, there's a wolf, but that's not included. We have a cool little area right here with the rocks and everything. You can make something cool right there too. Now the best part about this area, see, I mean, it's just got flat stuff everywhere. Flat, I mean, just being able to build on rocks like that, that's always going to make a cool looking base. But the best part of this area is it has a natural ramp that goes down. See, we are kind of on the edge of a mountain, so you're pretty well protected already. I mean, you have these saber-tooths and everything spawned up here. But once you start building, there will be nothing that spawns up here, and it's going to be extremely hard to get to you right here. Right here is the natural ramp that goes down to the bottom. So I mean, it still has the mountain on this side, so you still got your protection going on. You go down this way, and I'm gonna fly up here and show you how this ramp works. And then it turns down to this way, And here's the best part of it right over here. You got water right underneath your base. So you can pipe this water up and you're going to be good to go as far as water goes. You got tons of water right at your base. Even got a flat area right here. You can build something. You can build a little fishing shack right here if you want to. This place has got everything going for it. It's going to, this is for a big base, so you're going to have to pillar off a lot of stuff if you're going to try to get this. This is going to be prime real estate. So if you're trying to get this early, you better go pillar it now. So our next base location is going to be 64.6, 59.7. This is going to be a mid-size base. It has the same natural protection of a big mountain right behind it. You can see this mountain also goes up to where it has a lip that comes out like this. So that gives you kind of a shaded area right here, which shade doesn't really do anything for you in this game, but still it does give you a shaded area and a natural wall behind you. You can see that there is a hole right here, kind of where some water must have carved this out at some point, but you know, that is something that you can make something pretty cool right here with. Even if you were just wanting to get this place, just starting out on the server, you just pillared this whole place off, just build you a base right in this little hole right here, use these natural walls as your protection, and you can build just a wall going up. You can store some dinosaurs back here, whatever you need to do. This does have access to water, tons of water right down there, and there's also flat areas to build on. There's flat areas here, flat areas right there, and it keeps going flat. And you got flat on this side. Now, depending on how big of a base you want, you know, you could go ahead and extend over to this direction where there is another big flat area. You know, you could put your dinosaur pin over here, or maybe your dinosaur pin over there. It's however you want to do it. But you have another natural wall back here to protect your dinosaurs. All you gotta do is fence up the front of it. And if you want to even come up to the top up here, you have more flat areas. So if you get this whole area pillared off, you can have a pretty large base. The issue you're going to run into is finding places to store your dinosaurs in one spot, if that's what you're looking for. But this has access to water, which is always a good thing, and the water has ore inside of it. There are ore rocks inside this water, and also inside of these pools over here as well. So this is another pretty good area for you to build a base in. Just be aware that you're going to be limited on how large of a base you can make. But you know, for me, this would be perfect size because I don't really want to do the whole 100,000 dinosaur egg farm crap anymore. And this is going to be our next base location, 67.7, 56.8. This location is located right at a desert. I mean, we're in a desert, but actual sand dunes. Now, these sand dunes pretty much mean that there could be death worms in it, I think. I've not seen a death worm yet, and I'm not trying to look for a death worm, but sand dunes usually means death worms from what I read. Your base location would be up here on this rock. You got a super flat, massive area that is on a sort of a mountain. It's not really, I guess you wouldn't really call it a mountain, but super flat, lots of area to build your base in. Definitely a good spot to build in just because of the sheer size of it. You have a water well right here, which you could put right in the middle of your base. Raptors. Raptors are the least of your worries if you're in this map, so you ain't really got to worry about raptors that much. You got some nice little ruins over here. You can still, I mean, you can expand this all across this whole area. I mean, you have a whole like circular area that you could block off for your nice little base. And you know, once you mine all these rocks out, you know, you're gonna have a nice little clear area. There's tons of resources around here. As you can see, that I mean, all this sand rocks, or whatever you want to call them, that give you sand and rocks. You can make a lot of desert material for your base, and you have some pretty good natural protection right here. The view is not that great. I mean, this is going to be an area, if you want to do a massive egg farm, this is probably going to be a good area for you to be in. just because of the sheer size and flatness. Our next base location is going to be at 73.7, 68.2. This area, you know, I don't really like these spikes coming out like this. But you know, you could make an interesting build with it. I'm not a fan of stuff that's not going straight up, just because sometimes it could be a pain to build or use it in a build. But this area is pretty flat, and these do offer a nice natural fence that you can just put fences in between each one of them. You have a nice flat area. You have some nice little ruins right here in your base. So yeah, I mean, this right here definitely would save you a lot of material on building supplies, and offer you that natural protection that, you know, nobody can break through. You can put your gate right over here. And the good thing about this is the best part, because this map, you know, water is your big threat on this map. You have a water pool right here that is also nice and flat. You see, you got some ore right there in the water. That's always a good thing. You got flat areas all in the water. You could probably put stuff in this water and just let it stand here, and we really wouldn't have a problem with drowning or anything like that. But all in all, this whole area right here has got some very interesting natural design to it. You have your resources as far as your wood goes. You got your cactuses over there, and you have tons of rocks, which I don't really think rocks are going to be a problem for anybody to find as far as resources go. So you got all that going for you right here. This area, you know, this area is right at the sand. That can be a good thing, I guess, if you're looking for death worms or whatever. But just be aware it's right here on where the sand is at. So this is a really good location for a large base, and I definitely would go ahead and pillar this place off if you're looking for a large area. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting spot. It's going to be 75.1 at 33.0. Now I say interesting because there is probably the only resources you're going to get around here are rocks. There's some little bit of plants right here, but I guess that doesn't really matter if, you know, you don't really care about that stuff. But let's look at it from the air. You can see this is a very flat area right here. All kinds of natural rock protection all around you. I mean, that right there is pretty cool. And the best part is it's right at a cave. I don't know what this cave is. I don't even know what it does or anything like that. I'm not going to go in there to see what it does right now. But, you know, you can even build in here if your server allows you to build in caves. I mean, this cave is massive. Got a lot of crystals in it, and it goes down to some nether world that we're not going to go in right now. But you got access to crystals, you got access to cave, you got access to a flat area right here. Now, as far as water goes, you don't really have any access to water that I've seen. Yeah, no water around here. Let's see if there's anything up here. So it looks like you have absolutely no access to water right here. Please keep that in mind. This is a very cool spot, but so far I've seen zero water anywhere. You have water right over this ridge, but you know, that's not very convenient at all for your base. This is a really cool spot. I don't know if that cave might have water in it. I don't know. But your biggest threat that you're going to find around here is not going to be the Carnos. It's not going to be the Argent or anything else that you see walking around. It's going to be these nasty little things up here that for some reason are everywhere. There it is. It's a rock. Oh, and he just hit me. It's a rock guy right there that will come after you. Where is he going? He's jumping down. He's probably going to pick up a rock and throw it at me too. But yeah, that's what you're going to have to deal with, those guys. And I'll put this as an honorable mention on our list of best base locations. If you're looking for some flat area, you have a whole desert dune out there to build to your heart's content. Just be aware that place is supposed to be crawling with death worms, and just the sheer name of being called a death worm makes me not want to build in this area at all. So there's your honorable mention. Let's head to the next place. And our next spot is going to be 62.9, 32.6. This is for all of you that are looking for an interesting spot to build in that has a little bit of character to it. Let's come out here so you can actually see it a little bit better. But you have this nice looking rock entrance with a water well right here in front of it. You've got a channel right here where you can build in, a channel over here where you can build in, but the real cool part is up here, which, you know, once you go in your little rock entrance, you have a nice little area that is protected by mountains. Your base will be probably pretty small in here, but, you know, and there's a rock guy right there. Kind of pissed off that I went close to him, but yeah, you might have to kill that rock guy if he's there at your base. But the good news is you're going to have a unique base that you can build in and make look pretty awesome, especially with this cool rock entrance. Alright, if you're looking for one of the coolest areas on the map, then this is going to be the spot for you. This is 51.2, 21.6. The fog has rolled in, so we are going to try to look at it even though there's fog here, but you can see that this thing, you know, like the hidden lake on the island, this kind of reminds me of that. It has a full circular mountain around it on the outside of it. And then there's your entrance right there. You can see it's all the way across. There's one pathway up here, which we'll look at in a second, but here's your two entrances that are underneath the mountain. So here's your other entrance that goes into it. Pretty cool stuff right there. The best part of this base is on top of here, you have nice flat areas to build on with ore. You don't necessarily have to build up here if you want to preserve it for ore, for some of the ore, but you know, it's really not that much ore to even worry about it. You got a whole nice looking flat area up here. You can have your base up here, your dinosaur pen down there. Now we need to try to find the water access. How are you going to get water if you're in this spot right here? So your biggest issue around here is going to be finding water. I have looked and looked and looked, and I do not see any water at all. But the cool part about this base, not only all this other stuff is cool. I mean, it's not cool that you're probably going to dehydrate and die from that, but the other cool part about this base is right next door, right over this ridge, you have another hole into this rock area. It's not as cool as the other one, but still has the same little two entrances right there. You got a nice little tree growing right here. Land's not very even for you to build on, but you know, you can overcome that just by using some pillars. And that tree seems to have some issues growing in this rock right here, but that's going to be the other area that you can go to, which is right next door. Even has another little spot over here, so this one's got pretty much 3 entrances to it. Still no water to be found at all. So you can see that this whole area is probably pretty good for a tribe to build in. You have flat areas all over the place. You got 3 nice little ridges that have entrances to their own specific little base parts. You have a flat area all along that top ridge to build on. Your issue is going to be water, but there should be some water over in this direction, which is right outside of those 3 spots. We'll see if we can find it. You have ruins right here, which that's always cool to have some ruins close to your base. And we have the Simba rock over here, taken from the official movie, for you to go up and sacrifice your, I would say dodos, but there's no dodos in here. You even got your sacrificial stones to kill them on and burn their bodies. So yep, there's no water around here. So our next base location is going to be 48.4 50.7. This is actually a multiple base location area. You can see that I'm up on top of a ridge. There's flat areas right there, plenty of resources around. There's actually a natural bridge that goes over to the other mountain across there. You can see there's a hole underneath here. You definitely build all around this, going up to here. So you got multiple base locations at this spot. Nice flat area there. Got water all around you. Especially you have a nice little area down here at the water that's flat. You know, you could build your own little fishing shack or whatever. Put you a chair right there and try to fish. You got flat areas going all the way through here. I mean, everywhere you look, it's nice. It's got nice natural walls around everywhere. This spot is pretty awesome right here. Especially, you know, if you're in a large tribe, you want to have everybody living together in a place where you have plenty of resources. This is definitely going to be the spots to go to. You can see that you have just tons of natural. It's just like it's a natural base already built here. You got your ramps going up. I mean, you got your nice little pathways that you can block off. Flat area over here. I mean, there's tons of places right here you can build bases at. Nice little area that's going out over here with another little natural bridge. Yeah, I mean, see, this is a really good spot. And let's take a look up at the sky. See, you have a nice area right there that you could build in and block off both entrances, and you'd already have your natural walls there. Wouldn't even have to worry about building a gate for your dinosaurs. So if you're looking for a good spot for yourself, or if you're looking for a good spot for all your tribe mates, this is probably going to be the best one on the map. So this is going to be the last spot on this list. It's going to be 31.532. This is going to be one of those spots that, you know, if you just say, I don't care about resources, I don't care about water, I don't care about anything else, all I care about is having the best defense possible. This could be the place for you. We are on top of a mountain that is extremely foggy right now, but you have some flat areas to build on. You can see you got flat areas here to build on. You're really high up right now. You have a nice little pathway that goes through here into this. So this area is just surrounded by rocks. You build your base down here, starting with some foundations going up to make this a little bit of flatter area. But you know, nothing's going to be able to, once you put the top up there, there's not going to be much exposed to shoot or try to blow up. I mean, you're going to have a nice defensible area right here. You got some resources down here, so that's not too bad, but your issue is probably going to be water. But once you get, you know, established, you could probably just fly and get water pretty easy. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, this place right here is pretty nice as far as defense goes. So this is going to do it for this video. I plan on making more videos for the best base locations. There's so many different spots that you can build bases in this map that you really can't cover them all in one video. So I will make another video that shows a whole nother list of base locations, just so you have something to look at other than the ones I showed you. But this is going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them below. Like this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you next time.